Yo, what is going on, people? It's your boy State, and we are back. It's in this Gears of War Judgment Insane Campaign, Section 2-3. With this, I don't remember what it was called, like Mist or something, Poison Mist. I don't know. To me, this part is really not all that hard. I still have the breach shot from 2-2. And it definitely helps out a lot at this part if you're better with it than I am, which isn't too difficult because I'm really not that good. Really not that good with it. So you can definitely go in here and, you know, pop a lot of domes, get a lot of easy one-shot kills. And you do have these traps. There's one right next to me, the switch blinking behind me, and there's one on the left side. That's where my my teammate was. He was just kind of up on that ledge. I was up on this ledge. And from both of these, you can get a pretty good vantage point of that whole map. I mean, of this whole little section here, to really take off enemies anywhere on the section. And like if you do need it, the traps, they will get rid of all the enemies that are kind of clogged up in that little middle area. And it's a good way to just kind of clear them out. I mean, I don't know if it counts against your kills, but you know, I just kind of let them go and try to pick them off and kill them by myself because I don't know if it counts towards your stars or not. It might not. I don't know. But you know, that's just the way that we did it. And right here, these guys, they pushed me hard, man. I thought I was gonna die, but luckily, you know, just one Lancer clip will, you know, half a Lancer clip should down somebody. So I'm trying to, you know, down them both at the same time so I can just kill them off and get rid of them. But they just keep running up behind each other and picking each other up, and gave me a little bit of, you know, little bit of problems, but it wasn't too bad. I was able to go ahead and take them guys out. And the good thing about the locusts all in the middle, they won't really push you until there's maybe a couple of them left. But even then, it shouldn't, I mean, that middle part shouldn't really be too much of a problem. And all that's left is to really just kind of take out all the enemies spawning in this room. There is an E-hole over there. Luckily, this guy lets me live, because he could have killed me. There is an E-hole in there. If you're able to go ahead and get rid of that, it'll definitely make your life a little bit easier. But if you're not, then, you know, just go ahead and pick them off one by one. And like I said, this 2-3 is pretty easy, in my opinion. So we go ahead and we finish that one up. All you gotta do is go through that hallway and get the robot, and 3 stars. Pretty easy. This section right here, it took us a while to get this part right. Like for this part, it took us a couple tries to get this part right. This part really wasn't that hard. Like, other than a random ticker running up behind us and killing us, you know, just blowing up, or just, you know, something random happening. Once we got past this part, the Nemesis thing really wasn't that bad. And overall, I'd say this part is definitely a lot easier than the part coming up. Because it's just, you know, he's in the room behind the door. I'm just kind of patrolling this little area on the left. Stay around these, you know, staying around the pillars to give myself a little extra cover. But for the most part, you know, other than random enemies popping up like that, he should have killed me, but he decided to let me go this time. I think he might have killed me before. I'm not sure. And then I turn around, there's 2 drones just standing right there. But other than, I mean, this part was kind of difficult, just because we weren't really sure where the enemies were coming from. But, you know, once we kind of got through that, the Nemesis part, I think we breezed through that one on the first try. Sorry if I'm a little close to the mic. You might hear my breath. Can you hear my breath? Hopefully you don't hear my breath. And, you know, as long as they're in your sights, you can kind of aim for the tails a little bit. And this part really wasn't too bad. And then for this part coming up, it is imperative that you go sit on this bench, because if you don't, then you don't get credit for the 3 stars at the end of the stage. So you have to go do that. make sure you do that. This part, not too hard at all. I was dying a few times because I was standing over near the benches. That's usually where I go stand. I usually stand right over there near the benches next to that gate and shoot the Nemiclus as they're coming through, but they kept dropping down and killing me. So I kind of backed up to the steps, and I really didn't have too much problem with it after I backed up to the steps, because, like, you know, it just gave me more room to work with. And it was just overall just a better location, really. You can see everything. Everything's in front of you. Nothing's really going to fall on you because it's all going for the bot mostly. And teammates who are closer. So if you're on the steps, everybody's closer to the Nemiclus than you are. You really don't have a whole lot to worry about. And I do still have this breach shot. Definitely makes this part a little bit easier for range, because I do run out of Lancer ammo quite a bit. And like, I like to for this part, you know, I just go down there and take the E-hole out right away for the most part. That, you know, that was pretty much my job, because we were running with 3 on this stage. And taking out the drones and the wretches really isn't too hard on this part, as long as you try to keep everything in front of you. You know where everything's coming from, and, you know, don't put yourself in situations like that where you might die. And then you know, once you get past that part, it was difficult at first because you know, we were still trying to figure out where the enemies were coming from, what we wanted to do, and then, you know, random tickers running up out of nowhere and blowing us to shit. But once we got over here, I honestly prefer this side to the left side. You know, where we're on the right. The left side, I mean, it's you know, you can see where the E-hole is. They come spawning. They spawn all the way in the back, near the back of the statue. But it just feels like there's less cover. Over here, you have a lot more cover. You're kind of boxed in a little bit. Give yourself some more cover, a little bit more room to move around. But it's more compact, so you can kind of train your fire on specific locations, as opposed to having to watch your back, watch your front, and all that other stuff. And then once we clear these other 2 guys out behind us, it's Nemiclus again, and I actually run out of ammo here, so I'm not really going to show you me missing all of them with the breach shot. But, you know, all in all, the stage really wasn't too hard. We kind of made it a little bit harder than it needed to be, you know, just trying to learn the patterns and all that other stuff. But I'll be back later with another video. Thanks for watching. I'm out. Catch y'all later. Peace.